Okay, guys. Since this is the last basketball game of the year, I figured I would split up the interviews into a separate video. We're gonna watch LeBron, Kyrie, Kevin Durant, and Steph Curry's interview. Before we watch that, we're gonna watch this Warriors trophy presentation in locker rooms. Let's just. I'm only doing this shit for y'all. Literally, I don't give a fuck to watch this shit. I mean, I kind of care about the interviews, but I don't give a fuck about this shit.
It's a fun game
and
a coronation for a team that was the better team throughout the series.
The best team in the finals.
So many talented players on both sides. The skill level was just off the charts in this finals, and obviously the difference was Kevin Durant this year. Unbelievable way he was able to fit in, be able to score the basketball. Grant, you gotta score that much.
All right. I really do not want to hear you motherfuckers talk. I don't want to hear it even a little bit. Yeah, just take me to the shit inside the locker room.
Here to come back and win their second title in 3 seasons.
I do not want to hear y'all talk.
Well, there you see the scene inside the Warriors locker room as players start to make their way back there. The champagne will pop.
Nigga acted like he did something.
While players out here on the set here as well as the Warriors.
What did you do?
Celebrate.
What did you do?
Second time in 3 years, as I mentioned, but for the first time as the Kevin Durant version. And this was a team that had significant turnover in large part because of the salary cap necessities of signing Kevin Durant. Couldn't keep everybody. Roughly half the squad turned over from last year's team here in the finals. So a lot of guys are going through this for the
Talk about half the squad. Man, if you don't shut the fuck, this nigga just said half the squad isn't on the team anymore. Bro, what are you talking about, bro? What are you talking about, bro? Are we watching the same Warriors team, bro? What is this nigga talking about, bro? What is he talking about?
Flow, as Steve Kerr says, and that continuity with some new faces was just tremendous.
Lord.
But this team, they're so talented, and if they can keep that core together, I have a feeling they'll be in this position again many times in the future.
Oh, you have a feeling, huh?
Incredible that the Golden State Warriors
Something just gives you that feeling?
Team, Matt. And it was such a dichotomy of styles in the finals between the Cavaliers.
Nigga, Kevin Durant can't even open that bitch. He not even used to this shit. Get his little weak ass.
Abilities of Kyrie Irving versus the Golden State Warriors. Ball movement.
Matt Barnes, you didn't do shit. They shouldn't give your ass a ring.
And again, eventually,
really, they shouldn't give any of y'all niggas rings.
That Cavs defense that came in, stepped up during the playoffs, got sharp, got themselves back to the finals, but not enough against the offensive explosiveness of what Kevin Durant represented and the quiet leadership of Steph Curry, who almost averaged a triple-double for these finals. I thought he played tremendously well for Golden State.
Yeah, I look at it too. The questions we thought when you acquired Kevin Durant, they took away so many guys off the bench. When you look at this final game, they were a plus 28 from the bench, 35 points off the bench for the Warriors and just 7. I know the Cavs picked up a lot of guys, but they didn't pick up a lot.
They don't even look like they're having fun.
On the floor, and I looked at it.
They genuinely don't look like they're having fun. You remember when the Cavs won last year and they really looked like they was having a good time in that motherfucker? Like they really just worked and grind for that shit coming back from a 3-1. These niggas don't even look like they're having fun.
To start this game was phenomenal. The box out, the tip out, the offensive rebounding, possessions.
Dude, JaVale, who do you think you are, kid?
The Warriors celebrate. Kevin Durant is the final.
Nobody rocks with you on social media, kid. People only follow you to make fun of you. You don't have a single fan, JaVale, man. If you don't get the fuck out of here, who does this nigga think he is?
Kevin Durant, who was criticized from a lot of different corners about joining the team that eliminated him.
The weakest move by an NBA superstar of all time.
The dream comes true as scripted.
Or just a superstar. It doesn't even need to be an NBA superstar.
And Matt, this win here, this championship for Golden State, it validates Kevin Durant's decision.
No, it doesn't. No, it doesn't. No, the fuck it doesn't. No, it doesn't.
But
the fuck?
Coming out, putting up this kind of performance, and getting the MVP is just spectacular. And
look at them D-Ryan.
The style of play.
Look at them D-Ryan.
Made it so much easier for Durant as Curry makes the rounds. You know, he was a great player, we all knew, and a great offensive player in Oklahoma City. But you incorporate him into this style of play, it was easier. he didn't have to work as hard, didn't have to exert as much effort, and was more efficient, and that was obviously on display, especially here in the finals.
Is there something, Smitty, to be said, though, that Kevin Durant came to Golden State and he had a great season, a great regular season, had to come back from a knee injury that had the Golden State Warriors medical staff very skeptical if he could even return, and what kind of form would that
what are
be?
these niggas
But
talking
Smitty,
about? He
come
had a
here
knee.
and do
Boy,
what he
no
did in
one
the
for a
finals
second thought
to rack
Kevin
up those
Durant
kind of
wasn't going to.
numbers.
What are
I
you?
think that's
What are
where
y'all
validation
talking?
lies.
What?
It's not just
Oh my
joining the team. It's that in the biggest moments, on the biggest stage, that Kevin Durant was the biggest star of the Golden State Warriors.
Well, Brent, I think you and Grant made excellent points. Well, between us, we got a lot of years, a lot of old years, and I think what you said best is the style, but also add to this, and I know you guys would agree, I don't think you have a better character group with unselfishness, because you talk about Clay, Steph, and Draymond. All their accolades individually had to go down numbers-wise, and they welcomed him, and they took I wouldn't say a backseat. They just inquired him into what they were doing, and I think he's made himself a better player than what he was as far as defensively and passing the basketball, which is scary for a team like this when you have all those guys that connected.
It was a fascinating mix so many times. In the fourth quarter, we saw the classic Warrior play where Draymond Green winds up with the ball at the elbow, finds a cutter for a layup, but there were moments.
That's when
throughout
Kevin
the
Durant
series
was drinking
where
a
they
beer
just
and then he
needed
spit it
to
right
let
out.
him
Get your
do
little.
his thing, shoot over smaller defenders
This nigga
like
can't
they
even
were
drink beer,
pylons,
dog.
as if they were never there. And it's,
Are you all right,
it's just
Kevin
a
Durant?
lethal mix.
No, it really is, and you know, it's amazing. You have
Who
a
is
team
that,
that
Matt
last
Ball?
year set the record for regular season games. Very
Oh,
easily
my
could have
Lord.
won a championship last year against Cleveland, and you know, if they had taken care of business. But even in that last game, that Game 7, and then the selflessness to step aside, a guy like Steph Curry, who I don't think gets the credit for being a two-time MVP, and saying, you know what, Kevin Durant, I want you to thrive. I want you to come in and be a part of this. I want you to be at your best, because I know that gives us the best opportunity to win. You don't see that happen a lot, Smitty, where an MVP steps aside for another MVP and makes him feel welcome. Not saying it was all on Steph, but really the ego of
These
being
announcers
that
make me
MVP
like
star
naughty. I
type
can't even put
player
these headphones.
and
I can't even put
allowing
that
Kevin
headphones.
Durant
I don't
to
even.
flourish. So it just speaks to what you said of the character that exists in that locker room.
We have no idea what we're doing. We have to make the patience out of it.
I can't believe they really. Motherfuckers is in here thanking God. Boy, God didn't do this. You better be thanking David Stern for letting this, or whoever, whatever the fucking, I can't even remember the commissioner's name. Whoever let this shit go through. Boy, God don't want to see this bullshit. This is some bullshit. This is some bullshit. Alright, is this almost over? Like, I don't think I can. Alright, yeah, I don't even want to watch the last 3 minutes. We get the idea. Alright, it's some fucking facts. Okay? You want to watch the whole thing, link in the description. Let's just watch the post-game interviews. LeBron, what you got to say for me, man? We'll be back, like LeBron said. We'll be back. We'll be back.
Questions for LeBron? Front row, Jason.
Jason Lloyd, The Athletic. Brian, I know every season's different, every series is different, but
LeBron
2 years
swagging
ago
his
you
ass
sat
off.
at your locker for 45 minutes with a towel.
That's
over
the
your
same
head.
type of hat he had
And
before, but it's a
you're
different
in here
color.
already. Can you just go through your emotions in the moment and how it sounds silly how this feels?
New watch, new chain.
Well, for me personally, I left everything on the floor every game, all 5 games.
Yep.
So for me personally, I have nothing to be. I have no reason to put my head down.
Right.
I have no reason.
For me personally, I was the best nigga in. I'm gonna say what LeBron can't say. I was the best nigga in the finals. All right, I'm the best nigga in the finals every year. I'm the best nigga in the league. I'm the best nigga every game, all year, every season for the last 10 seasons. So me personally, I don't feel anything. It's not my fault. It's not my fault we didn't win. Fuck is wrong with y'all? And I'm outplaying everyone every game, all year, every season for the last 10.
To look back at what I could have done or what I shouldn't have done or what I could have done better for the team. I left everything I had out on the floor every single game for five games in this finals, and you come up short. So, I mean, it would be the same if you feel like you wrote the best column of your life and somebody picked another one over you. How would you feel, Jason? So, you wouldn't hold your head down, but you would be like, okay, it's just not my time. So, Golden State is a worthy opponent. Obviously been the best team in our league for the last 3 years, the best team this year. And they showcased that throughout the postseason. And we were another opponent in their way. It's just it's unfortunate for some of the guys on our team that's never been able to get this far and not be able to host the trophy up. And those are things that kind of bother me more than anything. Guys like Kyle and Derek and Darren and Kay and Eddie. So emotions all over the place right now.
I know you guys are obviously competitors. You think you can overcome everything. Was there ever a point in this series where you felt overmatched, like you weren't going to be able to do this?
No, I don't think I've ever. Not one time did I feel like we were overmatched until probably I looked up there. It was like a minute 20, and we were down 13, I believe, or something at that point. And I was like, okay. We left everything on the floor, and it still wasn't enough. So
LeBron's like, nigga, I've never felt overmatched a day in my fucking life.
We was able to get them last year, and they went out and got one of the best players that this league has ever seen. So
and then came back on some bullshit.
A great job, their front office and their players by doing that recruiting, the things that they did in the summertime, and obviously they paid dividends.
Dave
McMenamin, ESPN. LeBron, 32 years old, 14 years in the league, and now there's this team out west, that been to the finals won 2 championships in the last 3 years. How do you view them when you look at what's your future in the league?
Well, I mean, it's a two-sided question, because for me personally, I don't know. I need to sit down and figure this thing out, and so I don't know, as far as me personally right now. But as far as that team, they're going to be here for a while. They're going to be around for a while. Pretty much all their guys are in their 20s. Pretty much all their big name guys are in their 20s, and they don't show any signs of slowing down. So there's going to be a lot of teams that's trying to figure out ways to put personnel together.
There's no
to try
other
and match
team
that if they're able to
actually
face
team.
them in a playoff series, both Eastern Conference and Western Conference.
There's no other team.
Because they're built for, from my eyes, they're built to last, a few years, so we see.
Brian, standing on the right.
Brian Winters.
Yeah, everyone in the Western Conference, you guys are super fun. I fuck with
you have
this
a sense
dude.
of history about this. You averaged a triple-double in the finals. It's never been done before. You referenced maybe the best. Was this your best series you've ever played?
I don't know. I mean, this is my 8th trip to the finals, and I've had some pretty good ones.
7 in a row.
In my day, and like I said, I just try to do everything to try to help this team win and more. And for me to go out there and for the guys that allow me to be the leader that I am and allow me and trust me that I'm going to make the right plays and I'm going to do the right things and have the right intention. That's a compliment to my guys. It's a compliment to the 14 guys that allow me to do that and the coaching staff. And I just try to put in the work. I put in the work individually. I put in the work in the film room. I put in the work with my mind and my body every single day to prepare myself for whatever obstacle that this ball club.
I'm about to start fucking crying in this bitch, man.
Does it always
This
result
nigga be
in us
fucking trying.
winning? No, it's my 3rd year here, and we haven't won every game. We haven't won every finals. Obviously, we've lost 2 of them. So, but like I've always told myself, if you feel like you put in the work and you leave it out on the floor, then you can always push forward and not look backwards.
Second row on the right.
LeBron, Dave Lewis, NBC News Radio. You mentioned all the energy you exert, and obviously you work so hard. What do you plan on doing to get away from the game for a little while, and how long before you recharge your batteries and get back at it?
I don't know. I mean, I probably won't stop working out. I think it's a lifestyle for me, so I'll probably be back in my gym in the next couple of days just because it's just who I am. As far as being back on the basketball court, I'm going to take a while. I don't need to be back on the basketball court right now. I need to get off of my feet and let my joints and let my body kind of recover from being out on the floor for 14 straight years. So. But I'll train all summer. It's just a part of who I am now. It's just a part of my lifestyle.
Jay, standing on the left.
Jay, down to ESPN. LeBron, 5 years you broke through.
Said, yeah, but I'm
finna
take a fucking month off of basketball.
Having those burdens
right
and those expectations to finally achieve it, I'm wondering if you could offer your perspective, what you think it must be like for him having experienced something like that yourself.
Fuck you mean? Finna go
thump through. It's a great feeling.
20 mil real quick.
Work hard.
Finna go spend $1 million Gucci.
Put in the work and accomplish a feat like that. It's something that we all dream about.
Finna go buy a G5.
Along the hard work and through high school, through college. If you went to college and through the NBA, you always hope that you be in a position to be able to not only compete for a championship but win a championship. And it's a great feeling.
Chris, standing in the back left.
Chris Haynes, ESPN. Ron, obviously you can't control where free agents go and teams get stacked or whatnot. How would you look back at this season? How can you assess this season?
Our team, our ball club?
Yes.
We had some good times. We had some bad times. We had some times where, the biggest thing of this season is we weren't able to get healthy. And when we finally got healthy, the playoffs is right around the corner, and we showed what we're capable of doing when we got a full unit. It would have been great to see us at a full unit throughout the whole season so we can continue to build the camaraderie and build the chemistry out on the floor. So, you don't have to wait till April to see what you're capable of doing. And yes, we were able to hit the switch, but, those games in January, those games, in November, and the games that people think that's not important, they're important to me. And they would have been important to our ball club, but whatever, we figured it out and got to the postseason as a 2 seed. We controlled home court and was able to win on the road in the Eastern Conference Finals in Boston. And we was able to punch our clock into competing for a championship. And as a ball club and as an individual, it's all you want is an opportunity. Obviously, we ran against, like I said, a worthy opponent, one of the best playoff teams that this league has ever seen, obviously. And we weren't able to get over the hump and accomplish what we ultimately wanted to do. But there's no such thing as a failed season when you put in as much work as we've done individually and as a ball club since September, since late September.
Rachel and Eric, last two.
LeBron, you just said I need to take some time and sit down and figure this thing out. Big picture, Warriors, all of that. Does it feel like the puzzle pieces are out there? You just can't see them yet?
Well, I don't know. I mean, I'm not I'm not the GM of the team, and I'm not in the front office. But I know our front office is going to continue to try to put our ball club, put our franchise in position where we compete for a championship year in and year out. And like I said, teams and franchises are going to be trying to figure out ways that they can put personnel together, the right group of guys together to be able to hopefully compete against this team. And like I said, they're assembled as good as you can assemble. And I've played against some really, really good teams that was assembled perfectly, and they're right up there. So we will see, but I will get away from the game a little bit. I'll probably watch some WNBA games, though. I can't get away from it. I'll be at my son's tournaments this summer, so I'll be a part of the game. But as far as me actually playing, I won't be a part of the game much this summer.
Yeah, motherfuckers is not playing. We not playing basketball this summer. I'm finna fuck this money up. Finna turn the fuck up. Fuck basketball right now. Kyrie, what you got for me?
Questions for Kyrie? Yeah, we got the boom mics around the room. Please raise your hand for questions. Any questions? Dave, right here on the left side.
Kyrie, Dave McMenamin, ESPN. When you, in the moment now, reflect on this series, how do you view the gap between you guys and the Warriors?
I mean, you feel obviously the disappointment of losing. A lot of decisions that you'll replay over throughout the summer. You can't forget this feeling.
Kyrie just got out the ice bath again.
But they beat us fair and square, and you have to give them credit. And got to talk to a few of the guys after the game. Clay, Steph, KD, a few other guys, and just congratulate them because they beat us fair and square. And you got to give credit when credit is due.
They did it.
No malice, emotions from our end. Just, obviously we're disappointed. It was a long year. This has been probably the longest year and a half of my life, hands down. So, just a test of will, a lot of individual adversity as well as collective adversity that leads all up to this moment. You don't come out on the successful side. And still, it's no time to wallow in any sorrows or anything like that. Just congratulate the other team like we did, and then we move on. So
you mentioned it being a long year and a half for you. It was game number 100 of the Cavs season if you add postseason and the regular season. Were you playing through anything tonight outside of the wear and tear of all those games accumulated?
Man, after I hit my dang knee on the floor, after that my low back started to tighten up, and as the fourth quarter started to happen, a lot of shots and layups that I normally make, they just weren't falling. So that kind of took the wind out of my sails. And
damn.
But
I was wondering why Kyrie was a little off.
It was other things that kind of led up to that moment for us, for them to create that separation of the lead. You don't want to create any excuses for just being beat fair and square. That they're a great team, and they did that, and they took away some things that were working for us in the first half, and then in the second half they a little bit more physical. But it was just overall a great series. I don't want any type of excuse or anything back in between the Warriors beating us fair and square. I've never been that type of person, so no, I was fine. It's the finals, so obviously everyone's hurt, but it makes you just got to raise up your your mental and physical attitude and just go out there and play, which we did tonight, but we didn't come out successful in.
First in the back row.
Chris Fedor, Cleveland.com. Kyrie, when you lose to a team fair and square, as you said, all losses are hard, obviously, but does it become easier to digest this one because of the way that the series went?
It's never easy to digest any loss. We lost, so obviously there's some positive things you could take from it, but it's no thing to easily digest or anything like that.
Right. What the fuck? These bitch ass
The next
niggas.
thing that I'm looking forward to is, getting these couple weeks off, and then we get right back to it. So that's just the grind of the game. And
Kyrie about to get right back to it. LeBron like, nigga, fuck
you
that.
let go.
I'm done for the summer.
You leave them where they stand.
I feel you, LeBron.
And you collect the troops up again.
I'm out
and we
here
get ready to go
busting
do
my
this thing
fucking
again.
ass every
They have
year.
an incredible
Niggas
team.
are not giving me
They beat
MVP.
us,
like, fuck
I'm
y'all
pretty sure
niggas,
we'll be
bro.
back and we'll be ready to battle again. So.
And even though tonight was the clincher, how much are you going to reflect when you think back on this series? How much are you going to reflect on Game 3?
What do you mean? Just what I would take away from it?
Yeah.
The reflection process will come in its totality of the whole entire series. You want to kind of put a reasoning behind, like, okay, if we win Game 3, maybe this is a different series. But
yeah, I
if
said
we don't
that.
take care of it in the moment, then we picked ourselves back up. We battled in Game 4. We came back to San Fran. We tried to set another goal in order to get back to Cleveland and play at home, but we didn't accomplish that. So, like I said, you just pick yourself back up and you keep pushing and you keep going. And it's fueling me inside right now. I could feel it. I'll talk to all my teammates. Look them in the eye and tell them that I'm proud of them, because it was an unbelievable season. We dealt with a shit ton of adversity, excuse my language, but the daily evolution of what you can accomplish on a day-to-day basis when you are around so many different individuals that makes up an organization. There's so many moving parts, and I couldn't be more proud to be part of an even better organization, including my teammates that I'm around constantly every day. So there's a few takeaways that you can take away from the series, but only room to go is to grow from here. So,
last question on the right side.
Dave Schilling, Bleacher Report. Reflect, if you can, on these last 3 years with LeBron, what you've seen, the magnitude of his performances,
All right, this is the last one
specifically
we're gonna
this
watch from
finals
Kyrie.
where he's averaging a triple-double.
Man, that guy is, I think that some people would say that he's on the toe of he's on the line of greatness, but that guy is way over. Man, he's freaking awesome, and as a student of the game, it would be a disservice to myself if I didn't try to learn as much as possible while I'm playing with this guy. Every single day demanding more out of himself, demanding more out of us. The true testament, consummate professional, in understanding how things work, not only just in the game, but off the court. Things that matter, just taking care of your body, understanding the magnitude of what the goal is at hand and what steps it takes in order to achieve that goal. You can't skip any steps, and that was one thing that I came to understand. Because
I feel like
as a young player,
Kyrie wanted to say he was the greatest
right
player of all time
LeBron's
so bad right
been in
now.
this league for a while now, and he's seen every which way, from on the court to off the court to dealing with some of you guys to dealing with the whole world of just choosing a side, whether you want to believe in him or not. He's still coming, and that's the type of guy that I want to be with every single time I'm going to war, because I know what to expect. And you stand your ground too with a leader like that. You don't want to take a step back. You move to the front line with a guy like that, and you want to bring your game up to another level. And that's what I'm going to continue to do, because I know that if we continue to be with one another and keep utilizing one another, man, the sky is the limit. So, I've learned a lot, and I will continue to. And I couldn't be more proud of that guy, man. He left it all out there on the floor, and to average a triple-double in the freaking finals, man. Add that to the LeBron long list that everyone keeps forgetting. So,
thank you,
that they keep fucking forgetting. Fuck is wrong with him, Kyrie? More points than Jordan. Averaged a triple-double, most triple-doubles in the finals. He's going to be number one in everything when it's all said and done. And you motherfuckers are still going to sit here and try and tell me this Kobe and Jordan. Man, if I don't get the fuck out of here with that shit, bro. I cannot fucking stand that shit, bro. About to be number one in every single fucking thing, and you motherfuckers are gonna sit here and really try and tell me that he's not the greatest to ever do it.
Big first question from
How?
Kevin, right here.
Where?
Right here.
Right.
Oh, sorry.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
We've heard you talk about how much you wanted this, and this was one of the driving forces that led you to come here to Golden State. Can you describe a bit the emotions right now? I asked you the other day to take a step back. Can you take a step back now and sort of tell us what this means to you from your heart and your mind?
I remember the first day of camp, you know what I'm saying, and I walking into camp and I'm
Russell Westbrook watching the shit just like me right now.
What these guys were like on the court, and how they came in and worked. I didn't know anything about the team, and I just wanted to come in there and just be me. And I did that from day one, and I just tried to stay with that. I had my lulls in the season where I was beating myself up, where I was struggling throughout the year. But the great part about it is, I'll get a tap on the head from Steph or Draymond or,
Right, the great part about it is our team is fucking swole as shit.
We gave up the lead. We were up 20. I'm sure you guys remember. Draymond pulled me to the side. We were having dinner the next night in Sacramento, and he told me to be myself. Don't worry about anything. Just be you. Keep working. Everything's going to come around. And I was struggling at that point.
Who has dinner with
and
Draymond
to have
Green?
teammates that
Draymond Green and
encourage
Kevin
you,
Durant
that
sounds like the worst dinner
lift
of
you
all
up.
time.
That's what we all need in life, you know what I mean? And it was amazing to just see that all year. Right now, just to be here with these guys, man, it's amazing.
What were your thoughts as the clock ran out? I mean, you knew for a while that the game was going to be in your favor, and it finally ended. Tell us what was going through your mind.
Yeah, it was 55 seconds left, and I went over to half court line, and I bent down. I was like, is this really happening? And Dre was like, keep playing to the end. Andre Iguodala was like, keep playing. We got 50 seconds left. And I'm like,
I'm about to
bro,
throw
we about
up.
to win the title. And
Oh, my Lord.
so I just tried to stay in the moment the whole series, and I think that worked for me. I remember plenty of times throughout my career, I continue to just look in the past and look ahead and not stay in the moment. In this series, I just stayed in the moment, and we did it together, man. Without the whole team, man. Man, what about Patrick McCaw tonight?
What about that weak ass nigga?
It was amazing. What about Steph Curry after not having a great game in Game 4, came out tonight and played like a big dog. 15 free throws.
Play like a big dog.
34 points.
Be a little bitch ass.
Say what you want about him, but he played like a big dog all series. And so to do that as a group, call us a super team. Andre Iguodala with 20 off the bench. They call us a super team, but there's been a lot of super teams that hasn't worked. And we came together and we continue to just believe in each other, and we sacrificed, and we champs now.
Bro, you're the biggest super team of all time.
Mark
What the
Spears,
fuck are you
ESPN's
talking?
undefeated.
You're not just
Kevin,
a
you
super team,
said
Kevin
you
Durant.
think a lot
You're
of
not
your
just in the
teammates, but
mix,
what
you
about the
little
people
bitch.
behind
This
the
is the
scenes, your
most
mom and dad,
overpowered
Tom?
bullshit of
How
all
much do those
time.
people help you get through these seasons?
Just like I said, just the encouragement every single day. Just the belief that I can do whatever I want in life, not just basketball, everything. And so I carried that all season. Especially when I made the decision, and you hear so much chatter about what I should do. To have Rich, Tom, my brother, my mom, my dad, all my friends just continue to just pour into me. Just pour into me every single day. People that you probably won't even meet in your life, poured into me. John Gray, Carl Lentz, Adam Harrington, just to shout out a few names. Just everybody, just from, so many people poured into me every single day. And I just tried to, continue to keep grinding and let them know that it doesn't go in vain. I'm working, and I believe, and, just every day, man, I'm just grinding and believing in myself that I can make this happen, and to do it feels great.
And to follow everything you went through, whether it was the knee or people talking, trolling, whatever, what was the toughest challenge?
The toughest challenge was to come in here and see how I can help Steph get better, how I can help Clay get better, Draymond, Sean Livingston, Andre Iguodala, JaVale McGee, the whole team. Just see how I can help them get better. That was more important to me than anything. Proving haters wrong, like that's cool. That's cool for me to talk about on Instagram or Twitter, but like you don't concern me. I'm coming in and working every day, seeing how I can be the best teammate I could be, the best player I can be.
You're a bitch,
you
dude.
can talk about whatever you want to talk about,
dude.
but nobody comes in and cares about the game or loves the game as much as I do or works as hard as I do at the basketball game. You can talk about whatever happens on outside, but inside those lines, I come to bring it every day. I work hard. I believe in myself. I believe in the game. I respect the game. I love the game. And I knew at some point in my life that, that it'll come around for me. So I just try to stay with those principles and keep grinding, man. I'm kind of lost for words right now.
Any first?
If I ever see you,
question
Kevin
right
Durant,
now.
I'm pulling out my
Kevin
phone, I'm
Janey
calling you a
McCauley
bitch, and I'm recording it.
Going back to day one with Steph
For
and
the
just how
culture.
he showed
For the
his
fucking
support
culture.
of you and coming in, and then even
For the
to
fucking culture.
your shooting contest that built camaraderie and fueled you guys competitively.
Yeah.
How much did his support mean through this year?
It meant a lot. Steph is I never seen nobody like him. I told him last night, I said, when you play with force, I never
This
seen a
nigga
player
just
like
said
you
he's
before.
never seen. Bitch, you play. I can't watch this. This nigga just said he's never seen somebody like Stephanie play with Russell. Oh my lord. Oh my god. I'm about to fucking lose my shit in this bitch. All right, let's just watch the Steph Curry one real quick so I can get the fuck on about it. I'm about to lose my fucking shit. Oh, Russell Westbrook is so much better than Stephen Curry. It's not even fucking funny. It's not even fucking funny. It's literally not even a joking fucking matter. Oh
win this
man, I
title
can't.
at home in this building. What was that moment like to do it in front of these fans?
It was unbelievable.
It was unbelievable.
It
was unbelievable.
From the time we stepped foot on the floor was on 12 out of 10. It was just ridiculous. And obviously there are ups and downs and runs during the game, but you always could feel like we were so close to just breaking it open, and that last 3 minutes was a blur, just of pure emotion and energy, and you could feel it. So for us to be able to do it in front of our home crowd, something I'll remember for a very long time, and for the whole Bay Area that supported us, since I've been here my rookie year, man. The depths of the NBA to hear us, world champs again, crazy. Enjoy every minute of it.
Standing on the right.
I genuinely wouldn't be this mad
Steph, congratulations.
if they didn't have Kevin
Who inspired you
Durant.
the most during your career, and who do you dedicate this victory to?
Personally, I mean, there's so many people that inspire me from a basketball standpoint in my career, from the time I played basketball since I was like 5. I always talk about my 2 favorite players being Steve Nash and Reggie Miller, the guys that I wanted to model my game after. I've had amazing coaches along the way, from college, Bob McCaleb, to the NBA. Mark Jackson, obviously Steve Kerr, Don Nelson, guys that have instilled confidence in me. And
This is Mark Jackson's team
as a basketball player.
But we're not even going to talk about that.
But to be able to have my whole family here, that allowed me to do what I do on a daily basis, support me through thick and thin, to be able to share this with them, that's something that I cherish the most. So we're just getting started on that front. I'm gonna enjoy this entire experience. Being able to get the job done.
Janie here on this side.
Steph, Janie McCauley from AP, congratulations. To see Kevin kind of come back from the knee injury and say, hey, I have another level, I can take my game, and then to see him do that, how special was that to see how he played, and also the camaraderie you two developed with your fierce games during practice and those things?
This is what we talked about this whole year, realizing this goal and understanding how important we both would be to the equation, along with our teammates, and learned a lot about each other going through this journey. The way that he embraced the opportunity in the finals was unbelievable. It's kind of crazy to think about, the conversations we had this summer and going into the year about how we can, both mesh and gel and do what we do and be the players that we are, and see it come to life in this series. It was unbelievable. So, we're obviously just getting started. This is, something that we want to continue to do. But for us to have these conversations that we had almost a year ago, and now be in this position, worth every shot we took in practice, fighting through injuries that he had this year, and this unbelievable feeling. I'm happy for him. You got to call Kevin Durant a champ now.
And that's why I turned it off. I'm out of here. We're done. Fuck Kevin Durant. This nigga just said he's never seen somebody like Steph. Bitch, you play with Westbrook! Talking about we gotta call Kevin Durant a champ. Nigga, I'm not calling Kevin Durant shit, but a snitchy ass snake bitch. A nappy head, lanky arm bitch. Nobody calling him no damn NBA champion, boy. Kevin Durant doesn't have a fucking ring. Man, if y'all don't get, I can't. I'm done.